The Celtics were 8-3 in their first 11 games this season. It was a promising start to what was set to be an unconventional campaign, but things quickly went south. After beating the Washington Wizards to improve to 7-3, Boston was hit with a slew of health and safety protocol absences, which forced the postponement of its next 3 games. The following 2.5 months were anything but smooth. Boston's rocky stretch left questions about this team's resolve, effort and overall on-court engagement. I'll be the first to admit that I was as low on this group as anyone. The trade deadline saw the Celtics ship off their starting center, Daniel Theis, in a move done solely to get them below the luxury tax. On the bright side of things, they brought in Evan Fournier, who provided a surefire boost to Boston's offensive ceiling. But with the underwhelming on-court performance and limited salary cap flexibility over the next few years, it was difficult to be positive. The latter concern certainly still looms, however in the short term, the Celtics seem to have righted the on-court ship. Winners of 7 of its last 8 games, Boston is playing with what feels like new life. Their energy is almost incomparable to where it was roughly 1 month ago, while the increased engagement on the defensive end has significantly raised this team's floor. On offense, Boston is moving the ball, something it did not do for long, stagnant stretches of this season, which has noticeably helped the top of the roster find some rhythm on that end of the floor. With about 4 weeks left in the season, the Celtics are hitting their stride at just the right time. Boston has a relatively favorable chance to carve out some space as the Eastern Conference's No. 4 seed over the next few weeks. The Celtics moved into a tie with the Atlanta Hawks for that No. 4 spot with their win over the Lakers on Thursday night. The Charlotte Hornets, once a threat in the middle of the conference, have lost 3 straight after a series of injuries decimated any offensive firepower they once had. As they continue to inevitably slide, it appears the 3 most likely suitors for the No. 4 and 5 seeds are the Celtics, Hawks and Miami Heat. The rest of the Celtics' schedule should put them in a good position as they push toward the postseason. Just 6 of their remaining 16 games come against teams with records above 500. No, that doesn't mean they'll make a run at a top 3 seed, but that's not the point. The takeaway here is that this team bounced back and now has a shot to sit in a much better postseason position than it once seemed. They've responded, something that felt like an impossibility at various points this season. The signs of life we're seeing from Boston are a positive in a year where it looked like a play-in team for extended stretches of games. The aforementioned resolve should serve as a win in itself.